Hello guys and welcome back to Will Does Magic. My name is Will and I hope you're all having a magical day today. Now for today's trick, I've got a mathematical card trick that stumbled me a couple times when I watched it. I had no kind of clue how he did it, and then I saw the tutorial for it and it is so easy to perform. So you don't need pretty much anything else than a deck of cards, and I'm going to show the trick to you right now. If you do like this video, please show up ahead of the like button, comment on what you guys want to see in future videos, and as always, if you're new to the channel or it's the first time you're seeing me, hit the subscribe button and turn those notifications on so you don't miss any future videos. But without further ado, let's get into performance of this trick. So guys, for this trick, I'm going to be using the red monarchs. Now before I even open the deck, I'm going to bring out a prediction. Now I'm going to place this prediction, let's see where in the frame that makes most sense. Let's maybe put it up top here. All right, I'm gonna put it right there. So it's gonna be in frame this whole time. I'm not gonna touch it until the reveal, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the card trick now, guys. All right, so we're gonna be using the red monarchs. Now the first thing I'd like you to do is that I'd like you to cut, let's say maybe a smaller cut or smaller part of the card. So maybe something like that. We'll cut those off, we'll put the rest of the deck right here. Now you can take these cards and you can shuffle them up as much as you like, right? So you shuffle them, and then out of these cards, I'm going to spread these out. I like you to select 3 cards at random. So let's say select that card right over there, let's say that one, and let's take this one as well, all right? So we have 3 cards right now. Now, I'm going to show these cards. So it's the 6 of spades, it's the ace of clubs, and it's the 7 of hearts. Now, you might have seen this before, right? But we're going to do, we're going to count these cards to 10. So if we have a 6, that would be 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to put them straight in the middle. If you have an ace, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have a 7, you would have 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, to make this even harder, we're also going to put the number on the card down. So if I put the 6 down, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put the ace down, so that's 1 card. I put the 7 card, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I'm going to put rest of this pack straight up on top of this deck, and I'm going to do nothing more to it. Now remember that you picked a random packet of cards. Out of those packets, you got to shuffle them as much as you liked. You picked out 3 random cards, and out of those random cards, we then made sure we dealt out cards according to those numbers, which ended up on 1 single card at top of the deck. Now, if we turn this over, that is the 10 of clubs. Now, this was a completely free choice from the start, right? I didn't influence you in any way what to do, what to pick, and which card you would choose. Remember the prediction? It's been here this whole time. There's no camera cuts or anything in this. It's been lying there the whole time for this trick. Before I even pulled out the cards, this card was lying there. You chose the 10 of clubs. My prediction is also the 10 of clubs. Now that was the trick, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's get into the tutorial of this trick. So guys, a super simple mathematical card trick that only requires you to have a full deck of cards. It's got to be 52 cards, I believe, because otherwise the math won't work on this one. And you also need a prediction. Now this can be either a playing card, or it could be a written note on a paper, or it could be an envelope, or it could be a chips bag that you write something with a pen on, or whatever you want. You need a prediction, and you're going to decide this prediction before the trick even starts. Now the way you decide it is that you're going to find the card in the 19th position from the bottom, or the 34 from the top, right? It should be. So if I got the 10 of clubs here, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and this card is going to go in the 19th position. So you have the 10 of clubs, and then you have 18 cards underneath it, and then you have whatever's left on top of it. So that's going to be your setup for this whole trick. So whenever you walk up to somebody, you can just have this setup in the card box like that, and you have this prediction somewhere else. And you walk up and you say to them, all right, I'm going to do a trick, but before I even pull out the deck of cards, I've got a prediction right here. And then you show them the prediction, and you can hand them to them if you like. You can have them put them in their pocket or something. As long as they don't see the prediction, just keep it somewhere where it's safe. It cannot be touched throughout the trick. So for this instance, I'm just going to put it up top like I did in the performance. And then you go out and you say, all right, so I'm going to make this completely honest with you guys, and you can even hold the deck to them if you like at this point. What I like to do is I like to start off by doing a false cut just to kind of seem like I'm mixing up the deck a bit, but I don't want to do it too much because then it kind of gets suspicious. But one simple cut is more than enough to kind of just get things going. And then you're going to ask the spectator to cut off about half or a little less than half. You don't want them to cut below that 10 of clubs, right? Because then this trick is going to be ruined, because then they're going to shuffle these other pack. But about half or a little less is perfectly fine. You're going to set the half that contains the 19th card to the side. And then you're going to ask the spectator to shuffle these cards. Now, they can shuffle these cards as much as they like. It doesn't matter how they shuffle them, upside down, backwards, forwards, however they like, as long as they shuffle these cards. And once they feel ready, you're going to spread those out and you're going to ask them to pick out 3 cards at random. Now, this is a completely free choice, guys. There's no kind of setup or anything here. The math just works somehow, all right? If somebody wants to do the math, do it for me. I'm not going to waste my brain cells on it because there's so few left. So if you guys want to do the math, do it. But you ask them to pick out 3 cards at random. So let's say they pick this one, let's say they pick that one, and let's say they pick this one. Now, once they picked out those 3 cards, you're going to gather these cards up and you're going to put them on top of that pile again. So basically the setup is now, your card is still on the 19th position from the bottom, and then you remove 3 cards from the cards above it. You're then going to look at these 3 cards. So we have the 9 of hearts, the 7 of hearts, and the 4 of spades. The suits in this case doesn't matter, but it's always nice to tell them what cards are on the table. You're going to say that, all right, so we're going to make piles of 10 here. So whenever there's a card that's example 9, we're going to add 1 card to it to make it a 10. Now, if you have a jack, queen, or a king, or a 10, of course, those all counts as 10s. So you don't have to put any cards extra or take any away. So every face card counts as a 10, ace is 1, and then the rest are just numbers. So in this instance, we would have the 9, so we would add the 10. And I like to do them just in one pile, just because it kind of gets clumsy otherwise, but you can do it in piles and then get them up afterward. But I like to just put them, okay, so we got 9, we're going to put 1 card on 10. 7, we got 8, 9, 10. 4, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, here's where this trick takes it to the next step, because then you're going to take one of the cards and put it back. And you're going to say that, all right, so for every one of these numbers, I'm going to put the same amount of cards as the number says. So if I have a 9, I'm going to put that one down and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same with the 7. So 7 goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now your prediction card or predicted card will be at the top of this pile. So you're going to take this pile and you're going to put it on top of the deck, just like that. You're going to square up the cards, and as I said, you can have the spectator do this as well. You don't have to be holding the cards. As long as you're clear with the instructions, you can hand the deck over. And then from here, you just simply say that, all right, so what we did here was that we had the cards from the start, and you split them pretty much half. Then you got to shuffle 1 pack of the cards, right? And then you picked out 3 cards at random. Now, this could have been any choice of yours, but you picked those 3 specific cards. We then dealt out cards according to the numbers you picked. And then we dealt out even more cards according to the numbers you picked, which ended with 1 card being on top of the deck. Now, I like to turn this card over to just say that, all right, so that meant that we picked the 10 of clubs. Now, if you put their prediction in their pocket or something before the trick started, they will most probably have forgotten about it by this point. This is where you try to mention, do you remember what we did before this trick even started? We made a prediction, right? And you have it in your left pocket, jacket, or wherever they put it. Why don't you bring that out and see if I could predict it, what you would have done before I even looked at the cards, before you even started doing anything. And then they'll take it, the prediction, they'll turn it over, and it'll be the same prediction. It's a super visual effect that kind of gives the feeling that the audience is controlled through the whole trick. And then at the end, you just come racing back to him and beat him at the finish line. Super easy trick that's self-working, mathematical, And I do really appreciate if you guys would try this out and tell me how it works down in the comments. Now, if you did like this video, please show it by hitting the like button. Comment on how this trick went for you guys, and also if there's any specific tricks you want to see in the future. If you're new to the channel or if it's the first time you're seeing me, hit the subscribe button down below and turn those notifications on so you don't miss on any further videos. Without further ado, sorry. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you did like it, please show it by hitting the like button down below. Comment on what you guys want to see in future videos and how this trick went for you guys as well. If you're new to the channel or if it's the first time you're seeing me, hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. I wish you all a magical, magical day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.